Hey guys, Everyday Aficionados here, and we have a very special beer review. Today we are taking a look at Goose Island Bourbon County brand stout. It is an Imperial stout aged in bourbon barrels, if you didn't know that already. It's a whopping 14.2% ABV and 60 IBUs. This one is made with Willamette hops, and the malts are 2-row, Munich, chocolate, caramel, roasted barley, and debittered black. This beer is only available during the winter, and this is the 2013 version. They do say that this beer develops in the bottle for about 5 years, so we're in for a treat with this one.
It's got this really classy black and gold and white styling going on here with these old-fashioned like 1800s style newspaper font almost. For me, something that stands out is just the material that's used for the label. It's this nice kind of textured paper, and the ink, it almost looks like gold leaf. To me, this looks like this is not just any other beer.
Yeah.
Like, this is kind of a big deal. When you see this bottle and you have this bottle, you're kind of like, okay, this is something kind of serious right now.
And the funny thing is that it is made by a brewery that's owned by Anheuser-Busch, too.
So you can't see it right now, the head kind of went away, but it had this nice brown, but with hints of like a dark red in there. It's really kind of a rich color.
Really small, light bubbles, kind of like a khaki color.
It's pretty dark. You can see like a crimson red kind of color where the light does come through.
I noticed it the most when I was pouring. I'm
Yeah.
having a hard time getting it to shine through now, but it's really dark, and the biggest thing that I notice is the alcohol legs on it. You really get that alcohol sticking to the glass. The biggest thing that I notice is that like bourbon barrel characteristic. It's like got a vanilla, almost coconut type aroma. Definitely oaky also.
It's almost like a cooked coconut oil.
Behind that bourbon barrel characteristic, I do get this chocolatey espresso notes. Big chocolate though, like bittersweet chocolate.
It's really sweet, but not like a sugary sweet. It's like a really heady sweet.
You do get some of that alcohol in the nose, which is expected, but it's like a sweet alcohol that kind of plays off of the sweet aspects to the beer.
There's definitely dark fruits. Like, to me, I get plum.
Maybe like a raisiny, plummy, almost like a rum-soaked dark fruits.
Cheers.
Cheers.
It's so full-bodied, and it has like a molasses kind of sweetness.
Overall, this beer is very sweet. I do get like a caramelly, I do get that molasses, bittersweet chocolate. I do get that sweet alcohol too, which kind of adds to all the other sweet characteristics.
And like hints of coconut oil.
Which comes from the barrel. And I do get that big vanilla characteristic. To me, the coconut and the vanilla kind of go hand in hand. There's an okay amount of carbonation to it. I do get a little bit of like the tingling on my tongue. And there's a really good warming on the way down. I do think that chocolate aspect is pretty bitter. It kind of balances out the sweetness of the beer nicely.
I do get the dark fruits too. Plum.
Definitely some coffee aspects in there too. Kind of like an espresso. Definitely getting some cocoa.
I get kind of a raw coffee bean smell and flavor from it. That like bitterness of a raw coffee bean.
Fairly sweet finish to this one. I get the linger of like the sweet barrel characteristics and that bittersweet chocolate. And it really like coats your mouth pretty nicely also. Alright, so if there was any doubt in your minds, which there probably shouldn't have been, we've got 2 empty glasses, which means unanimous recommendations. I'm going to just start off by saying it's a 5 out of 5. We'll get that out of the way. This is easily one of the best beers out there. One of the best beers that I've ever had the pleasure of drinking. The flavor is so complex, so amazing. Perfect to sit down and sip on. Every time I have one of these, it feels like a special occasion. This is one of those beers that I will buy every time it comes out. I highly recommend that you try it too. Sit down, split one with a friend, enjoy all the flavors, and just enjoy everything about the experience.
I totally agree. 5 out of 5 without a doubt. This is one of the best, if not the best stout I've ever had. It's astounding what this drink does, and it's absolutely amazing. This is one of those things where now every time I see it, I have to get it. You owe it to yourself to get some of it and try it, especially if you like stouts. It's absolutely delicious, so try some.
And as for bourbon barrel beers, this is one of the best ones out there. If you're looking to get into bourbon barrel aged beers, go no further than this. Until next time, everyday aficionados with our Bourbon County brand stout review. Thanks for watching.
See you next time.
King of beers.
King of beers.
It is what it is.
Okay.
And it is what it ain't. Mm-hmm.
Look at those legs.
Those are some sexy legs.
Go on for days.
Was it the ZZ Top song? She's got legs. I'm gonna nickname this beer Sweet Caroline. Do you know why?
Why?
Because it's so good. So good.